Israel has seized the al-Shifa hospital in northern Gaza and is looking to march its army south as the mounting civilian death toll stokes tensions around the world. Here are 5 things that happened in the war last week and what to watch out for over the next 7 days. The IDF took control of Gaza's al-Shifa hospital and has been publishing evidence of what they say is a Hamas headquarters hidden there. In the latest video, drones and soldiers explore a subterranean staircase and a tunnel which was uncovered after Israel says a car bomb that was parked on top of it blew up. Just a few dozen staff remain at the hospital, along with patients too sick to move, as hundreds of others, including 31 premature babies, were evacuated on Saturday, proving that a major Hamas base exists at al-Shifa and destroying it is vital to Israel's war effort. Hamas denies the claim. Israel ordered those living in Khan Yunis, the largest city in southern Gaza, to evacuate ahead of an expected attack. The IDF has so far focused on Gaza City in the north of the Strip, surrounding it from all sides as soldiers clear it street by street. But it was always expected that Israel's attention would turn southwards at some point. It now appears that moment is getting close. More than 200,000 people live in Khan Yunis, which is also hosting hundreds of thousands of Palestinians who fled the fighting in Gaza City. Iran-backed Houthi rebels based in Yemen seized a cargo ship a day after warning they would shoot, sink or capture any vessels linked to Israel. The boat they captured, the Galaxy Leader, is leased by a Japanese firm, sails under the flag of the Bahamas, was heading from Turkey to India, and was manned by an international crew, none of whom are Israeli. However, it is registered under a British company that is part owned by Israeli businessman Abraham Ungar. That connection proved enough to land it in trouble. Israel called the capture, which happened after troops fast-roped onto the ship from a helicopter, another act of Iranian terrorism. President Biden, whose approval ratings have slumped off the back of the war in Gaza, penned an open letter defending his decision to support both Israel and Ukraine. Writing in the Washington Post, he said the outcome of both wars will determine the direction of our future for generations to come. He spelled out his vision for what Gaza should look like once the fighting ends, saying there should be no forced displacement of Palestinians, no reoccupation or blockade, and no reduction in the size of the territory. The Strip should be run by the Palestinian Authority based in the West Bank, Biden added, with the ultimate goal being separate Palestinian and Israeli states. That view puts him directly at odds with Benjamin Netanyahu, who argues Israel must be responsible for the long-term security of Gaza. Letter to America, a 2002 screed penned by Osama bin Laden in the wake of 9/11, went viral on TikTok, the Chinese social media app popular with young people. Posts praising the letter, which used anti-Semitic tropes to try and justify the World Trade Center attack, were viewed 2 million times, shooting up to 15 million amid outcry about it. Meanwhile, X saw advertisers flee the site after it was accused of placing ads next to neo-Nazi content, and owner Elon Musk was accused of spreading white nationalist rhetoric. It comes amid a surge in anti-Semitism in the wake of the Gaza war, with social media being used to spread propaganda along with disinformation about the fighting. In the week ahead, all eyes will be on the success or failure of Hamas and Israel to agree a deal to release some of the 200 hostages captured during the October 7th terror attack. The two sides are thought to be close to an agreement that would see 50 of the captives released in return for a 3-day break in the fighting. World leaders will also be working to get the Galaxy Leader vessel and its crew freed safely from Yemen and to prevent any further attacks on global shipping routes. Iran, the main backer of the Houthis, will almost certainly be dragged into the row, which will also raise tensions around the Strait of Hormuz, a shipping bottleneck just off Iran's shores. Finally, Arab foreign ministers from the likes of Saudi Arabia, Egypt and Jordan will travel to China to hear Beijing's thoughts on how to achieve peace in the Middle East. Few expect the summit to provide an actual solution, but it marks the latest attempt by Xi Jinping to appear the elder statesman and supplant the American-led world order.